Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundless success to join today. Let's get you to the next level.
We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Canada backs off tariffs. The U.S. government takes a stake in Intel. Interest rates may finally drop, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Canada removed many of its retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. on Friday, marking a significant step forward in the two countries' relationship. Canada in March imposed counter tariffs of 25% on a long list of U.S. products that fall in line with the North American trade deal after the U.S. had announced 25% duties on steel and aluminum. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said in a press conference Friday that Canada's 25% tariffs on U.S. autos, steel, and aluminum will remain in place for now. The change will go into effect on September 1st, Carney added, saying he believes Canada has the best trade deal out of all the countries working with the U.S. As we work intensively with the United States, our focus is squarely on the strategic sectors, Carney said. A White House official told NBC News that Canada's move was long overdue. We look forward to continuing our discussions with Canada on the administration's trade and national security concerns, the official said. President Trump named Airbnb co-founder Joe Gebbia as the U.S.'s first chief design officer, tasking him with modernizing federal services. Gebbia will lead the newly created National Design Studio, aiming to make government websites and tools user-friendly. The role falls under the America by Design initiative, with agencies expected to show improvements by July 4th, 2026. The studio will shut down after 3 years. The United States officially took a 10% stake in the beleaguered chipmaker Intel, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said on Friday. Lutnick announced the historic deal on X, writing, "Big news. The United States of America now owns 10% of Intel, one of our great American technology companies. This historic agreement strengthens U.S. leadership in semiconductors, which will both grow our economy and help secure America's technological edge. Thanks to Intel CEO for striking a deal that's fair to Intel and fair to the American people." The development follows a meeting between Tan and Trump earlier this month that was sparked by Trump's demand for the Intel chief's resignation over his ties to Chinese firms. He walked in wanting to keep his job, and he ended up giving us $10 billion for the United States. So we picked up $10 billion, Trump said on Friday. While Trump did not provide details on the $10 billion, the equity stake is about equal to the amount Intel is set to receive in CHIPS Act grants from the government to help fund the building of chip plants here in the U.S. This marks a major shift in how the U.S. government interacts with the private sector. In the past, the government has given money while getting nothing in return. An appellate court has thrown out the $500 million civil fraud penalty against President Trump in the high-profile case brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James. The New York Appellate Division overturned the penalty, ruling the excessive fine violates the Eighth Amendment. The panel upheld findings that Trump and his company were liable, affirming that James acted within her authority and that injunctive relief to curb the Trump Organization practices was appropriate. The ruling leaves liability intact but eliminates the massive financial penalty. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell signaled in a much-anticipated speech that the central bank could cut interest rates next month, sparking a stock market rally that saw the Dow Jones average jump 800 points on Friday. In his speech, Powell noted the high level of uncertainty in the U.S. economy due to changes in tax, trade, and immigration policies, but added that the baseline outlook and the shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance. Investors saw that remark as a possible endorsement of rate cuts when the Fed meets again on September 16th and 17th, and it was enough to send stocks soaring, particularly shares of giant technology companies including Nvidia, Amazon, Alphabet, and Meta platforms. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.